Hi, good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning as we're recording this. Good morning, Yulia.
Morning, Jamie.
So let's start straight away with, give me an example of a client and what you do for them to help people understand what it is that you do.
I describe my job as a virtual executive assistant and PA, virtual assistant, and virtual marketing assistant. And what I actually do for some clients, I'm the just marketing assistant. For some clients, I'm the executive assistant. For some clients, I'm the real estate assistant. And part of my service is to actually offer translations for Russian speaking people.
Okay. Do you need that service in order to use you though?
Uh, no, and this service actually was initially my offer. It's only when somebody approached me and asked me to actually offer this service, I was just like, oh, this is actually something I can offer and just to put on my website. So yeah, I speak both languages, and this is occasionally, sometimes I offer it.
Okay. So one of the things that I'm excited about is you're our first international member of Circle Networks. You're probably the most traveled member right now in Circle Networks, because when we first spoke a few weeks ago, it was the middle of the heat wave in the UK, and I had a huge fan blowing warm air over me, and you were there on a jumper, and then you explained that you were in South Africa at the time.
It's true. Our first meeting was in Cape Town when you said, are you feeling okay? And then the second one, I was in Belarus, where my home country is, and the third one this week I'm in London already. So I've got a reputation of like a traveling virtual assistant, or yeah, a person of international connections. I like to call myself like this. Yeah.
I like that, yeah. And it doesn't make a difference to your clients, does it?
Absolutely not. And even though it was my first time when I was traveling actually and juggling work, but nobody noticed the difference. And some of my clients, I don't think they realize how far I've traveled and where I've been. So yeah, it's great. And yeah, it's great to be connected. As long as I have internet connection and my laptop is still working, I'm good to go anywhere.
I love that. Okay. So you are the person that busy people need, I think. That's how I would describe you. So as business owners, we try to do everything ourselves. And there's some things that we can do because we're good at it. There's some things that we struggle to do, but we do it anyway because we don't like to ask for help. And then as our businesses grow, we get busier and busier, and we just get busy being busy and forget to ask people for help. And I don't, by asking for help, I mean finding someone to support us as the business grows. And that's where you come in, isn't it?
It's true. And actually, this idea initially, I thank my corporate career for this idea, because when I was in that job, I've had two assistants with me, and I struggle to delegate. Where then my mentors have come into place and told me, you've got two assistants, you have to delegate, and you will see how it will change your life. And it's actually happened. But then during COVID, when we were all worked remotely, and I still had two assistants and I could still delegate and it still worked. So after that, when I had an idea that I want to work for myself and I want to have my own business, and I'm passionate about helping people because that was my job in corporate world and that's my job now. And I've remembered the concept of how I worked with my assistants and how they made me feel when I was less busy. And this is something that I'm using now, and I'm being an assistant now for my clients because I've experienced it other way around. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to tell the clients how to delegate, how to let go, but it's a process of building a business relationship. And then, yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
So for those people, I guess there's two things in Circle Networks that could help you. One is some people have come to Circle Networks to meet people to help them grow their business. And as that business grows, they're going to need to build a team around them of people who can help them with various things. And I guess it's when you're a business owner, you need to work out what you're really good at and what's the stuff that only you can do. And then all the other stuff is what you need to delegate.
Exactly. And the way when somebody asks me, so what can I delegate? And I just say things you don't have time for, expertise, or even desire to do. because some things you just put them on a shelf and you just want to forget about them, and then you have to do them. But those are all the things you can delegate. Or if you don't know what to automate, for example, you can ask your virtual assistant, what can we do about it? You can have a business meeting just to see how can you just reduce tasks from your to-do list with somebody. You can do it by yourself, but it's easier to do it with somebody on board.
And
Yeah.
the difference is, in the traditional sense, people would probably think, right, I'm getting busy, I'm going to need to take on a member of staff. And that's a huge leap from going from no cost to paying someone's full-time salary. The benefit of working with you is that it's flexible, that it's obviously it's not taking on a full-time person. It's using you for the hours that are needed to complete certain tasks.
Yeah, definitely. And normally on the initial meeting, I just say to the client, what is your business vision, your goal, and how many times a week do you need me there? And even if the client don't know this, by the end of the meeting, we'll have a certain amount of hours where the client know there is a reassurance, I'll be there and I'll always answer the phone just to help them. And it's true, it's reduced costs. You don't have to worry about full-time employee, their insurance, their taxes, their equipment, because it's all sorted. Yeah. And normally virtual assistants are professionals already when they have a client base, because they just know how to juggle things, and it won't take a long time to onboard them and train them.
And that's a huge thing. When everybody can remember when they first started in a job, how long it took to learn to do certain things that maybe you weren't very good when you started or very confident. The benefit of working with you is that you're already experienced in this area.
Yeah. And normally it's just easy. And yeah, sometimes I have to explain to the client how we're going to onboard myself. I'll just say, like, day 1, we do this. Day 2, we do this. Day 3, we do this, and it's done. That's it. And then you just tell me if you're not sure about something, and we have follow-up meetings. And sometimes we have like brainstorm sessions of more things so that the client can delegate me, because it's not enough like work for me to do. And yeah, and they can see they're growing and I'm growing with the client. So that's great.
Love that. Okay, so we were talking just before we press record about an Airbnb client that you've got. So just explain to me how you came to work with them, and then how it's grown as you've worked with them.
So that client with Airbnb, it was my referral, and actually it was in a property, just because I've got a property background in London, and we've just had a conversation. I was the first ever virtual assistant in her life. And she told me, I realize I'm busy, I'm stressed, I'm overworking, and I need somebody, but I don't know what to do and what to delegate. So I was like, okay, that's fine. We can work it out. Just tell me your biggest business struggle right now. And she told me, I'm just struggling, making sure I've booked this client. They're definitely going to come on time, chasing people. I said, okay, let me just handle this first. So I got into the process of checking somebody in, and she told me, Jamie, it only took me maybe like 10 minutes to do that. And she told me, oh my goodness, you've saved me so much time. So the client can focus on different things. So after that, I just took over the whole B&B, how the client checking in, arriving, checking out, do they have any complaints, any suggestions? And now, where after every Monday we have a brainstorm session for the week ahead, what we're going to do this week. Have you got a project? Have you got anything? And one of our sessions, we've come up to the idea that I actually need to manage your social media, because she'd never had time to even launch a Facebook business page. And I said, I'll do it. I know how to do it. I've done a Facebook business pages course. And she said, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I met you. So yeah, so the connection has started with the real estate background, and now it has gone into the marketing side of things, which I'm really pleased about.
And so if you think, probably that would have been 2 different people in the past that might have done the admin and the support.
It's true. And what actually, and this is something I've read somewhere, don't employ a virtual assistant just for one specific task. Choose a person with the relevant skills and experience, who's very diverse. And when they always ask a virtual assistant on the interview, what's your story? How did you end up there? And it was such a open conversation, but you will see if it's a right fit for you. because the person, your potential virtual assistant, need to tell you their story first rather than what you want to hear based on your requirements.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of clients are you looking for then from Circle Networks?
From Circle Networks, I've got an experience in real estate and property. I've got a degree in marketing. I do translations, but at the same time, I just want to work with nice people because I just want to connect with somebody and just work. Because then the actual business connection make the actual work worthwhile. And you don't focus on the task. You just do the task for the person who is really busy and they just need the support in their business for a few hours a week.
I love that. Okay, so if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that?
The best way is to find me on LinkedIn. So my name is Yulia Bolshakova. I know it's a very long Russian name, but yeah, I'll have my contact details in Circle, and also my email address and my website. It's very easy, yuliaiorganize.com. And this is where you're going to find my email address, info@yuliaiorganize.com.
And Yulia is like Julia, but spelled with a Y, isn't it?
With a Y, yeah.
Brilliant. All right. And I guess people will get to meet you. Well, I'm just looking at the screen. Yulia, your name is on the screen as well, isn't it? So it's recorded as part of this.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it's true. So it's very easy to find because I'm not sure if there are many Yulias in the UK. Yulia Bolshakovas in the UK or South Africa, maybe in Russia, but yeah.
And where are your clients based? Do they have to be in the UK?
Anywhere, as long as they're with the right time zone with me. So I've got clients in South Africa, I've got clients in the UK and in Wales and London. So as long as I just can wake up and just, yeah, we're operating in similar time zone.
Brilliant. Okay. And I guess people will get to meet you at some Circle Networks events as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been enjoying it so far, and I'm really looking forward to attend more events. Yeah, it's been great.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jamie.